All right, guys. I'm filling out my ballot now for LA and California. So I just thought I would do this live and talk through my points of view here. This is the official ballot. Let's see if I can get... yeah, so I've gone through... I've done some research on all these guys. Nithya, I was researching all the propositions. Karen Bass, I have Karen Bass favorability ratings over time. Karen Bass Ghana. I did Karen Bass Cuba. I was looking at a graph of earnings to talk about like affordability is a big topic. I think it's a little overstated in terms of the government and running for like mayor especially. So yeah, I was like researching all this stuff, and now I'm actually going to fill out my ballot and just talk to you guys about why I'm voting for what I'm voting for. And it's starting with, it's very controversial for somebody like me, right? Because, I'm a single dude in a big city, and truth be told, there's a lot of gamesmanship with politics and the gender and the dating world. Like most women I know are pretty woke, and by that I mean that they care about abstract luxury things like being for immigration but living in a gated safe area, or talking about affordability but making a good wage off of some managerial position job, or caring about diversity, equity, and inclusion because the evil patriarchy is keeping them down and stuff like that. And I grew up on the left. I voted for Bernie. I voted for Ralph Nader. I voted for a lot of causes that support working families. My party in New York was the Working Families Party. But, since like around 2014, I felt like things were really changing, and I just am not a Marxist. That's what it comes down to. And I've been to like a lot of communist and formerly communist places, and I don't like it. I don't like the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America. Nithya Raman feels like she needs to be a progressive in the DSA mold. I don't like Hugo Soto Martinez. He's been my city council representative, and I don't really like what he stands for. It's all about this like environmental justice and equity and immigrant rights and all this, and it's fine if those are your things, but they're not my things. So like I'm gonna vote for my things, and I know I risk my reputation here. Like when people search my name and this is what comes up, I'm gonna vote for Spencer Pratt. And the reason is that I just think he makes the most sense on the topics I care about, which are vagrancy, homelessness, crazy people running around on drugs. Like somebody tried to break into my house. This is very real for me. When I had a girlfriend, she would like worry about walking my dog at night on her own, because it's like you don't feel quite as safe as you want in a big city like this. And I'm in Echo Park, by the way. So yeah, I'm filling in Spencer Pratt, and I know that it's a joke to a lot of people. Like he's just this reality guy, reality TV star or whatever, not a real politician, like people just like to clown on him. So like I finally like investigated him, and he just makes total sense on the topics I care about. He feels like LA failed him. His house burned down in the Palisades, and that's a topic I cared about a lot. I investigated that a lot. I voted for Rick Caruso for mayor last time, and he lost to Karen Bass, and I've just always disliked Karen Bass. I think she's just a lifelong Democratic career politician, and she's super corrupt, and like she's not doing anything good. Like the Democrats at least could represent certain values that I care about. Like, maybe I'll create like I'm gonna make a new note here, and I'm gonna call it the issues. So like for me, homelessness is number one, and by that I mean like drug addiction and mental health. Those are the things that I care about with this topic. Democrats want to turn this into housing. Housing is another issue I care about, but it's not part of the homelessness conversation. And when I hear Democrats talk about homelessness, they all just pivot to housing. Affordable housing is fine. Like, I want, I'm a YIMBY. Like, I'm happy that there's like a major apartment building going up down the street from me. It's being held up, of course, by red tape. I'm against excessive regulations for building. Like, developing is hard in LA because California makes everything like overly complicated. Like, oh, you need to have, for this safety reason, you need to have 2 staircases in a building. For that environmental reason, you need to have solar panels. For this other conservation reason, you need to have triple pane windows or something. Like, it makes everything really expensive to develop, and then people then demand for affordable housing. Like, you're not going to get affordable housing in a super desirous part of the world. Not everyone gets to live in the epicenter of culture and entertainment and, liveliness. Like, that's a privileged place to live. You have to usually pay for that. So, like, that's a market force. Like, we can build out and we can build up, but we can't just, like, have all these, like, prime real estate places be so affordable. It's unrealistic. But yeah, I support housing. I wish that, yeah. Okay. Housing. I care about I care about competency. And, like, to me, like, it's not that leadership is more about sensibility and philosophy to me. And I would say that, like, in terms of actual running the city, like, you don't expect the mayor, right, to be like an expert on like energy. Why would they be? But they can choose who is in charge of the LADWP, for instance, or that might be private. But you know what I mean? Like, you have a cabinet for a reason. You have advisors. You have all this. So, right, it's like picking the right people, and that comes from a philosophy, right? That's what I think of as competency in terms of like who I'm voting for. So that's who I'm voting for mayor. I know it makes me look like some sort of podcast bro, or, people like my ex-girlfriend would make fun of me for being a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I don't care about Christianity and religion. I don't care about moral policing. Those are like 2 big things that the Republicans have always represented to me. I don't care about fiscal conservatism. I don't care about like tax breaks and write-offs. I don't care about laissez-faire capitalism. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm more like a Bernie bro in terms of economics. Like, I agree about, like, I think that the middle class is suffering more than it should be, and that the rich do need to do more instead of hoarding money. Like, I'm not sure what the billionaires are really investing in right now, but it would be nice to see them putting more back into society somehow. Yeah. It's not like I'm not conservative. I live a youthful, liberal lifestyle. I'm a liberal. I'm a classic liberal. I'm just not a Marxist, and that's kind of the difference these days. Like, the progressive far left are Marxists. They care about like the system being evil inherently, and that like they're obsessed with like overcorrecting the inequities they see in the world. And I'm more like, I accept that the world's not fair. That's kind of how I've changed as I've gotten older. That's the wisdom I've, like, when people talk about aging into being conservative, I think they're talking about how you kind of accept that there just are certain ways in life. There are certain like facts, like that the world is a bit unfair. It's just a fact. You're not going to just fix that. You can't just create a utopia. And every time you try to, it goes terribly. So I'm not trying to create a utopia. I'm just trying to create the the ideal liberal life that I've seen before. I travel a lot. I lived in Germany for a long time. Like, Berlin is definitely closer to that ideal than LA is right now. So, like, yeah, I mean, Clinton and Obama were my two guys as president, and they both look conservative by today's standards, And so I guess if you think that I'm like an Obama type and you think he's conservative, then yeah, then I am. But I'm a classic liberal. I believe in like personal freedoms, and I believe in like adjusting things to make things more fair. I want fairness. I want justice more, though. I care about justice. Like, I care more about justice, not social justice, which is like a super vague term that we all know to not necessarily mean justice. It's more like equity, not social justice. I don't care about that anymore and what it's turned into, and not authoritarian fairness. Like, I want fairness, but I'm not obsessed with fairness the way that I think a lot of leftists are. So that's why, like, it's easier for me to not vote for Nithya Raman. She's like she makes her whole thing like a social justice progressive platform. That's not interesting for me. I don't feel represented by it. It doesn't do anything for me. So when, like, part of what I'm saying here is like, I'm against identity politics, which is a big part of social justice. And so I'm like turned off of the left for this major reason. I care about competency, right? So I should put that under here, against social justice. Against DEI and what did I just delete? I'm against DEI. I'm against cronyism. I'm against social engineering. Yeah, and I just think the Democrats have gotten like really caught up in that kind of stuff. All right, so I'm going to keep going as I go. LA City primary nominating election city attorney. All right, so now I'm just going to like Google these people real fast. This is kind of how I do this stuff when I vote. I'm just going to Google them and look at their campaign pages. City attorney. And just try and get like a real sense of it. John McKinney, endorsed by prosecutors, law enforcement, and small business. That's good and fine. So this all looks good. This all sounds good. Nothing sounds bad about that. I would be fine voting for him. Marissa Roy for city attorney. Fight for the people. That's a little sus. Yeah, what does that mean for the people? Like, that's just such an overused phrase. Wage theft. That's kind of a social justice term. Renters from illegal evictions. Consumers from fraud, that's good. Environment from polluters. It also means getting serious about public safety with strategies that break cycles of criminalization. Fighting for the people for my landmark. Less impressive. I'm less impressed by that. What a photo. Nice catch, photographer. Like, I'm really skeptical of environmentalism these days. I think it's kind of anti-human. Like, I love the environment, which is to say the Ansel Adams, view of a godly nature that serves humankind and our imaginations. I believe in like protecting national parks. I believe in clean air and clean water. And I believe in like my environment, literally like this room, feng shui, interior design. But I don't think that humans are a disease, a cancer on the earth. And I don't believe that we're destroying the planet because of our greed for fossil fuels. Like, I don't think that way. Like, I'm over that topic. Like, it's kind of losing steam for a reason right now. Like, the sky is not falling. So whenever people like overly, point toward the environment as a thing that they need to care about while in office, I'm like really suspicious of that. So like, for instance, LA is on the front lines of the climate crisis, extreme heat, drought, wildfires, toxic air pollution. I mean, toxic air pollution only became a thing because of the wildfires. We were doing good on that regard. Meanwhile, unscrupulous corporations have spent decades. I mean, this sounds like from the 90s. This is how I talked in the 90s. It's not even like relevant right now. Like, what major disasters are happening equivalent to like the BP oil spill in the 90s? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I grew up hearing about. And I don't know of anything happening like that right now. Yeah, so I don't see that. I'm getting a call from my brother. Sorry, Phil, I tried to call you again. Consumers I care about. I'm a consumer. Junk fees, predatory lenders. Yeah, that's all good. Fighting Trump. Yeah, of course. This part's highlighted. It's part of more than a dozen legal actions, bring sanctuaries. Yeah, okay. I'm preferring the guy over her. Let's do the next one. Heidi Feldstein Soto. If she's related to my guy Soto, it's going to be a no for me. Okay, she's in office now. Protecting our communities. What does that mean? Immigrant communities. I'm not part of an immigrant community. Like, this is the thing. If people want to play these identity politics, then I'll pick my identity politics. Like, I'm not represented by that. Public rights branch. That's fine. Fighting for workers. Really vague, but fine. Women and girls. That's fine too. Helping renters stay in their homes, helping our unhoused get back on their feet. I hate this word unhoused. It's not true. Helping the unhoused is such bullshit. I've done plenty of other videos going into it. So that's a no. That's a no. Like, literally, this guy is definitely the best so far because he just keeps it real. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Keith, how's it going?
I'm still recording video. I had a break that I tried to call you during.
Oh, okay. Well, just call me later. I'll be around.
Is there something urgent?
No, no, no.
All right. I'll call you later.
Hey.
Bye. I know my family's dealing with some stuff, but it's like election day is tomorrow. I think this is a little more important for me. Nathan Hotchman, I voted for him last time. Like, to me, he doesn't need to include all that extra stuff, and I find that progressive politics brings in all this extra stuff. Like, what does LA city attorney have to do with the environment? Doesn't make any sense. Like, let's just see. What does city attorney do? City attorney acts as the chief legal counsel for a municipality, providing legal advice to city officials, drafting local laws, general counsel. Like, I would rather someone in this position have a narrow scope. Like, it's not mayor, right? I mean, it is a bigger position, so maybe there is room to like do more things, but we are talking about municipal stuff, right? Traffic violations, code violations, stuff like that. Crime for sure. Civil lawsuits. So like, I don't need all this other social justice stuff to come into play. It's not relevant in my opinion. And when you turn things into that, that's when things go wrong. That's when you appoint some DEI person as the head of, the fire brigade stuff that left the reservoir drained. Like, it can often be like that. And I think a lot of that was under Karen Bass's leadership, where she cared more about this kind of representational social justice stuff. And it's like, well, why don't we focus on real justice? That's kind of what we have law for, right? For justice for all, liberty and justice for all. Like, I like that. In fact, I'm going to put that in my notes. I mean, it's a little redundant here with justice, but just to emphasize it. One last person, Ada Ashuri. Woo. These colors, man. We'll listen to her since she made a video.
Prosecute corporate landlords to shield Los Angeles from federal overreach, to put pressure on the establishment, and hold those in power accountable. But they don't.
What's going on?
At least not yet. My name is Ida Shuri, and as city attorney, I will fight for us because I am one of us. As an Iranian immigrant from a working class background, I live with the realities of our city. Rising costs, more life. Do you know your city?
So many immigrants running for office. It's so interesting to me. I mean, it's fine, but we can have local people that are from here running. I mean, I wouldn't hold that against her if she was super impressive in every other way.
Attorney, who they are, what they do. Our city attorney has the power to reimagine public safety, to prosecute corporate landlords, to shield Los Angeles from federal overreach, to put pressure on the establishment, and hold those in power accountable.
It's so, like, this is what I was having a problem with Nithya Raman researching her. Like, it's so vague. Everything just sounds good. And it's like a college kid's view of the world. That's what it comes across as to me. Like, there are real things, so talk directly to a real thing or two. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need you to think that you are a savior coming in to generically promote God's plan. Like, I don't need that from you. Like, it's so funny how, like, renters are, like, the number one constituency for everybody. Obviously, more people rent than own. But, like, rental laws in the city are super strong. Super strong. Like, I don't know why this is an issue. It's not an issue. I don't know one person that's complained from being a renter. Like, I have most of my friends rent. No one is complaining about how it's so hard to rent. No one is complaining about that. Safer streets. Like, to me, getting all the criminals off the street, all the, like, crazy drug-addled schizophrenics who shout obscenities at everybody vaguely, that would make the streets safer. But no, we're talking about taking concrete action to make our streets safer for pedestrians and cyclists. Like, what the hell does that mean? Platform. I think you guys know where this is going for me. I mean, I'm for this. Like, yeah, hold slumlords accountable. That's good. Our rights to protest. All right. I'm going the safe choice, you guys. I'm going with my guy, John McKinney. Does he have a video? Here we go. Don't lose my vote, John.
For more than 25 years, I've stood in courtrooms in Los Angeles handling the most serious felony cases. I've fought for victims, I've held violent offenders accountable, and I've fought to make our city safer every day. I know a justice system that works. I've held violent...
These headlines. Man gets life in beating. Death of USC student. Nice. Second person convicted in fatal beating. Man convicted of killing 3 could face death penalty. So he's tough on crime. He's, like, actually dealing with actual crime in the city. Like, what a attorney should be doing, in my opinion.
Offenders accountable, and I fought to make our city safer every day.
One take. You don't need to splice in you on a bike and then you in the forest and, like, cut it all together. Like,
I know a justice system that works, and I know one that doesn't. Today, too many Angelenos still feel less safe. The city is spending billions of dollars with little to no accountability, and trust in government is being tested. That's why I'm running for Los Angeles City Attorney. The city needs steady, experienced leadership. Someone who will prioritize public safety, be a responsible steward of taxpayer dollars, and demand integrity in government at every level. I've stood up for this city my entire career. Now I want to serve it in a new way. My name is John McKinney, and I'm running for Los Angeles City Attorney.
It's not that deep, you guys. Like, it's that easy. It's that easy. You don't need to bring all this other stuff into it. Like, hit the main points that we care about for your position. That's it. That's all you got to do. He did it. All right, next office, LA City Primary Nominating Election Controller. So I know a name on here, and I've like referenced him at parties because he's like, he does cool stuff. He is also a leftist, as far as I can tell, but he's like a nerd, and I like the audits and reports he shows. Bathroom map. Like this is cool. I love this. You know what I mean? Like showing a real map of these kind of things. Yeah, that's real. This is where I live. That's awesome. You know, like I love that he made this, you know, rental properties. What did that first thing say? Public data tool that highlights 100 rental properties with the highest number of reported RSO. Like, so this is real. Like, this is where like his ideological position is less relevant to me. And if it's real, like I'm happy to support certain ideological positions with data. You know what I mean? Like if he is a housing advocate, like he is really bringing it. He's like really supporting what he's saying here. It's not just vague nonsense like from Nithya Raman and these other like social justice warriors defining things, you know, like this is like very real. Like he's like just a very data driven interactive city budget. Like this is like really impressive to me. Like I would work for this guy, you know, inputting data. Like this is cool. Yeah, so on my last stream, I talked about how so much of the budget went to like settling lawsuits for the police, and now I'm wondering how accurate that statement was. I guess I can't tell here. Salaries are the majority, which obviously makes sense. Pensions, really big. Resource benefits. Is it a special purpose fund? I mean, I could spend all day here. I might need to start walking back this accusation that so much of the city budget is used to settle lawsuits. I need to find some evidence from this guy to say that. I think I had seen it on Reddit from something else. I wonder where he would have had that information here, though. Pretty cool though, right? Man. Hello?
Hi, Keith. It's Nina from Attica.
Hi, Nina.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm in the middle of something.
Okay. I'll send you a text. They just contacted me from office.
Oh, yeah.
There's a balance.
So can we pay Can we pay by a check?
Yeah, I'll text you the balance, write it for Ashford Construction, sign it, take a picture, text it to me.
Perfect.
Okay? All right, thank
Bye. Okay, sorry about that. All right, anyway, I like this guy. Who's running against him? Like, do you see how this page is just like immediately data driven? Like, you see some stuff like this, but it's all like super supported. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to talk about how LA has like an environmental crisis, like, show me what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Don't just like broadly describe it as like some like, you know, fear mongering tactic for some other thing. He doesn't even have like, well, charter reform. This might be his like, yeah, I mean, he's just an anti-waste guy who's he's an accountant. I love it. Like, I wouldn't describe him as an activist personally, but I guess he identifies as one. I don't know. But I follow him on Instagram. Okay, his competition is Zach Sokolov. Much less impressive website. I mean, I don't see anything that like rules him out, but it's just like I already like Kenneth, and Kenneth's website is just so damn impressive that I'm gonna vote for him. You know, like, yeah, that's it. It's no offense to Zach, but I don't need to overthink this. Next, we have the member of the city council, fucking Hugo. I wonder. Well, I guess I'll keep going in order. Though I do wonder, LA City Council, 13th. Yeah, so this is me. I live in this part of the city. This is Atwater. This is Elysian Heights. This is Angelino Heights. This is Echo Park. This is Silver Lake. So that's where I live. And who was my guy before Hugo? Yeah, Mitch O'Farrell. Garcetti before that. So my guy went on to be mayor, and he was not very good. I voted for Mitch O'Farrell. I liked him. I moved here during his tenure. Anyway, here are the candidates. Maybe we can just compare them here. Yeah, so this, you guys know this image maybe of LA. It's shown in a lot of live footage of the city. It's a great view of the city. I live walking from here. One of the most diverse districts. It spans most of Hollywood to the west, K-Town to the south, Glassell Park to the east, and Atwater to the north. It's an area that includes 250,000 people, 41% of whom are Latino. The district is led by incumbent council member Hugo, who is up for re-election. Yeah, whatever. He's the only renter. He's a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, being part of efforts with the city council to expand affordable emergency housing, open new homeless service centers. Annoying. Like, service centers are not enough. Like, let's build actual institutions and mandate them. Disarmed crisis response. He's faced criticism from unhoused folks and housing activists for not doing more to curb encampment sweeps. So, like, he's like represented by the far left, and they want him to stop all sweeps. He would definitely lose if he did that. Where people can be cited and removed for sitting, like, yeah, in March he canceled a planned fundraiser after activists called for a boycott. Yeah, so he's feeling it from the far left. You're never far left enough for the far left. Bass endorses him. That's not good. All right, Coulter Carlisle. Rents in the same apartment complex. Wait, I thought you just said he was the only renter. He's the only renter on the city council according to his official LA City website, and yet there's a guy running. Oh, okay, currently in city council. Gotcha. Here, this is how he sounds.
My name is Hugo Soto Martinez. I'm the council member in the city of Los Angeles for District 13. I was inspired to run for office because I saw that my city needed a huge boost in morale and collaboration, and try to uplift working people. Seeing the homelessness crisis and people being priced out of the city of Los Angeles, felt that...
Do not put homelessness and housing in the same sentence. They're different topics.
It was a calling for me, and I needed to step right in and bring the many lessons that I learned being a union organizer into City Hall. My favorite part about being a legislator is working on massive issues of the city. When I see homelessness, housing issues, transit issues, things that affect working class folks, I think it gives me an opportunity to try to pass the right legislation that reflects the city's values that I think oftentimes are not at the forefront.
Saying nothing. What is it with people from the left just saying nothing? Why can't you talk about a thing?
An ideal day in my district would be to take a walk around Echo Park Lake, drive up to Sunset, maybe stop at Silver Lake, get some amazing food, maybe go to Larchmont Boulevard and walk around and get some nice baked goods. But definitely we will be ending the night at the Pantages Theater and watching some of the amazing plays that come there. Theo Bernie, that's Bernie Sanders. I think the movement that he led many years ago was incredibly inspiring. I would love to just sit down and have a one-on-one and pick his brain about how he's kept his values for so many years in elected office and how he has so much energy. My name is Hugo Soto Martinez. I'm a council member for District 13 here in the city of Los Angeles. And folks can reach us at city13.lacd.
Always with the folks. Advocate for renters, homeowners, and business. Covering your bases, Coulter. Cut red tape, always an easy thing to say. Definitely easy to get behind. Hugo didn't say that. So he's at least giving some lip service to homeowners, not just renters and slumlords. Something's wrong here with the website. Alright, how can I listen to this? What's going on with your website, Coulter?
I talk to people on the streets every day. I talk to small business owners and community activists. I am a renter. I am pro-small business, pro-union, and anti-ICE. My name is Coulter Carlisle, and I am running for the city council because we need to take our city back.
ICE was here for 2 months, tops. They were here in the middle of a random time. Take our city back from what? Okay, that was not helpful, Coulter. Not at all helpful. Oh yeah, so I saw a political ad from her and I kind of liked it. I'm gonna try not to hold this kind of boho Gen X hippie vibe against her. Experiencing homelessness, incarcerated, animal welfare, environmental, women business, bartender in Hollywood, encounter with poverty, higher ed, UCLA. All right, tell me what you believe in, Dylan. Tell me what you actually think. Yeah, this is a bad look. Yeah, great question. Yeah, also. It's blight. I mean, it can be artistic if it's done well, but most graffiti around here is just blight. Yeah, more trees, more shade is always good for sure. That's a good cause. That's fine. What'd she say about housing? Yeah, I like that she uses the word blight. That's good. Map vacant properties. Okay. 15-minute cities. Yeah, great model. That's good urbanism. This is a pretty extensive website here, huh? Huh. Yeah, there's a Goop ghost kitchen in Echo Park now. We've ordered from it. It's fine. I don't really see what's the problem with ghost kitchens. Overwhelmed the surrounding neighborhood with traffic and chaos of constant delivery driver turnover. Residents have been left dealing with blocked streets, trashed yards, and noise at all hours. That's the fault of ghost kitchens? A ghost kitchen is just like an online delivery service that where you can't actually eat there. I don't see how that can be that bad. Huh. I mean, that's a real NIMBY problem right there. I mean, I would not be complaining about a ghost kitchen. I love that there's restaurants right at the corner. Yeah, it brings more traffic. Duh. That's kind of that's the idea. That's pretty random. Okay. I mean, here we go.
Hi, I'm Dylan Kendall, and I'm running for Los Angeles City Council District 13. Council District 13 is home to our city's most iconic neighborhoods: Hollywood, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Atwater Village, Larchmont, Glassell Park, and East Hollywood. Council District 13 is the creative and cultural heart of Los Angeles. And I've been here for over 30 years. My first apartment, in fact, was right behind the Army Surplus store at Santa Monica and Vine, and I bartended throughout the 90s in Hollywood. I'm running because this district is backsliding and we can turn it around. But I can't do it alone. I need your help. If you care about our quality of life in our neighborhoods, I need your support. Donate, volunteer, share this message. Because like so many of us, I'm worried about our city. I'm worried that we've given up. Our public spaces are neglected, our streets are too hot, our sidewalks unwalkable, our parks rank 90th out of 100 nationwide, and we're building budgets out of scarcity instead of investing in what sustains us. Small businesses and a
So, I have nothing really against her. She's kind of quirky and funny, but I think I'll vote for her. I just have one more to look at, so I feel like I should. Oh yeah, this guy. I like this guy too. I feel like didn't he run last time? I guess he lost and is running again. What's going on? Where's his video? I remember him doing a video on a bridge, or was it at the reservoir? Where's your video? I like this guy too. So between the two of them, let me just find a video of him. Insta.
Coming to you live from Council District 13.
Yeah, I mean,
this is one of the many bike share stations that we have here in Council District 13.
Like, to me, it's not hard, you know? Like, if you're representing these, 5 cool neighborhoods, this is something valid to be complaining about. This is what we need government for. I don't need government to be talking about social justice and getting ice out of the city. Like, that is not your job. So, like, to me, like, just tackle a few things, talk about, like, why you care about this, you know, be relatable. Like, I like that, you know what I mean? Like, Hugo is, like, up his ass about how inspiring Occupy Wall Street was and how he wants to be Bernie Sanders. Like, you are not a U.S. senator. You are representing these cool neighborhoods in L.A., and you want to be this big socialist dreamer about it. Like, I find it really annoying. And this guy's like, look, why are our streets so dirty? What the hell? Like, that's cool to me.
But I gotta say, I don't know that you'd want to get a bike from here, huh? This trash has been like this for weeks. I don't know if you can see, but there's a storm drain here, which means all of this.
I feel like I should vote for him over her just because, like, he's, like, a little more my gen. A little bit. Small budget productions, nice. Back on the map, nice.
We financed small budget productions. We can fight for $100 million of state tax credits. That $100 million could go strictly to small budget productions, from pre to post production in the city of Los Angeles.
That's
that
cool. I like that. Is this the one I saw before?
The world. It's time our leaders act like it. Our councilman treats working for us like it's a part-time job. Ran on grand promises, didn't deliver. Under him, new affordable housing units funded in our district dropped 75%. While costs go up, city services disappear. I'm Rich Sarian, running to get LA working for you again. Affordable, decreased costs, more housing, and restoring the city services you paid for. Vote Sarian for the full-time leadership you deserve. LA is the best city.
I like that. I want to point out, now that I'm filling out the first page of this ballot, like, I can kind of predict some, like, hate, like, oh, Spencer Pratt voting for the white guy. But, like, I voted for the black guy on the next one, and this Asian guy over the white guy on the third one. And now I'm choosing between this gay guy and the woman. Okay? So I don't want identity politics to get in the way of this stuff. You know what I mean? And people do throw that stuff around, and it's really annoying to me. I think I'm just favoring him a little more than her, even though I kind of like her and she's quirky. Like, she didn't really nail down a specific thing. You know what I mean? I kind of had to dig, and she had, it looks like, I feel like I know this kind of woman. She's a bit scatterbrained and, like, kind of cool and interesting, but, like, a hippie, you know, who, like, doesn't have her shit together, you know, like, she clearly has thought about all these issues and, like, gotten stoned and talked about her politics all night long a lot of times, but she doesn't have, like, a clear agenda where this guy kind of does. Like, I just like this guy's approach. I find it very relatable and nice. Armenian last name as well, but not related. Not why I'd vote for him. Page 2, here we go. State Senator, 26th District. What do we got? So, yeah, currently it's Maria Elena Durazzo. I can't remember if I voted for her or not. It was, like, a really close call last time I voted for this, because, like, they were really similar sounding people with, like, basically the same opinions. Okay, so this is me, and this is, again, like, it's such an annoying thing, right? Like, so this is downtown right here. It's cut in half by this district. This is Silver Lake. This is Echo Park. So this is my neighborhood here. And that last city council representative represented basically, like, the left half of this map and deeper to the left, or no, less to the left. So yeah, I think District 13 is entirely in this map, which is good. Like, I just don't like when things are broken up differently. Like, include the whole neighborhood. I think it's annoying that downtown is cut off here. And why is, like, City of Industry included? Like, that's just really silly to me. Yeah, 11% Republican. I'm over here. So let's see. We got a bunch of people, and I guess I should care. I guess I got to look in all these people. I'm a little annoyed by it. All right, here I go. I think I'll go in order of my ballot. So maybe Pudlow. That name is familiar. Okay. Yeah. She ran last time. Keep fascism out of California. Environmental justice. There it is. That's a no. That was easy. Sang Sam Shin Mesog. What language is that? Filipino? No. Malaysian? Huh. Community leader, pastor, police officer. Sounds conservative. Building community, protecting families, prioritizing education. See our full plan. Build safer neighborhoods and support law enforcement. Build trust between communities and local leadership. Build local community opportunity through small business economic growth. Keep neighborhoods clean, safe, and well maintained. I mean, just run on this, everybody, please. Like, how hard is it? You don't have to get deeper than that. Just like make things nice. Like to me, it's hard to relate to a lot of my friends who like prioritize these really abstract ideals, like fighting for environmental justice and social justice, when like the city could just be nicer and better taken care of, and we could have like a thriving Hollywood industry again, and we could have, you know, support for the arts. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, I guess it's just a difference in priorities, you know? And like my priorities, I do not feel conservative with my priorities at all. I just feel like a lot of leftists have just gone off this like ideological deep end where all they care about are these abstract things. I see nothing detrimental here. What language is that? Korean? It has circles. I think it's Korean. That's cool. Yeah, he's Korean. That's cool. I'm half Korean. Not a reason to vote for him. That's cool. It's cute. So this is like a very official, nicely made website. And he says nothing that I dislike, so that's good. Let's go to Sarah Rascon. Do you see how these words are just used over and over again? Let's see if we can find the word social or the word folks. There it is. I do not want my state senator to be advancing environmental justice. Like, what the hell does that mean? It sounds like you're probably against nuclear energy for no actual reason. You want everyone to drive an electric car. I support the full liberation of Palestine. How is that relevant to representing that part of LA? Like, why are you talking about this? That is really annoying. We need direct, meaningful funding toward climate resilience before we hit our 2030 climate point of no return. All right, This woman is brainwashed. I'm moving on. Let's look at Sarah Hernandez. Oh yeah, I got a lot of her ads. And I kind of liked her at first, but she has some like deal breakers for me. I like how she looks. What are your policies, Sarah? Why is your platform buried under this button? Affordable housing. World-class public transit and mobility. I like that. LA should have that. Debt-free higher education. Sure, that's very ambitious for this position. Getting guns off our streets. That's interesting. What does she say about that? The fight to end gun violence is personal. A bullet went through my bedroom window while my husband and I were sleeping, whizzing by less than 3 feet from his head and lodging into the wall. Yeah, that sucks. But that's not gun violence. That's gang violence. That is not like you want to get all guns away from people just because like there was like a turf war near you. Yeah, I mean, that sounds scary, and I can appreciate that she wants to feel safer. But gun control, I don't know, is the answer here. Like, California has the strictest gun control in the country. It's, like, actually very annoying as somebody that wants to protect himself and his household. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with getting untraceable ghost guns off the streets. Good luck. You're fighting organized crime. But go ahead. Here's where she starts to lose me. The legacy of environmental racism. I mean, sure, if you want to call it that, it's true that poorer areas have less beautification projects. There was less public political power to do that, and it's fair. Like, bring green spaces to East LA. That's fine with me. You don't, I mean, does she represent East LA? This is kind of the problem, right? Like, that map that we were looking at, this one, District 26. Yeah, okay. So this is what's annoying, right? Like, you saw the people running for my city council position. You had the DSA guy who's running it, Hugo. You had the hippie woman. You had the young gay guy. And they were all kind of focused on Echo Park. Hugo was like, take a walk around Echo Park Lake, and then like go down Sunset for some great food, and then maybe go down to Larchmont Village and walk around there, and then go to Pantage's Cinema in Hollywood over here. Like, it's all here, right? And it's like super vibrant in the artsy area where every comedy and podcast that you watch, that happens here, basically. And then over here is like literally Mexico. And this is the same place, like this is the same, like this has the same district. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. Like, this is like literally where the rubber hits the road in terms of like the House of Representatives and California being so dense compared to Wyoming. Like, these are different places. We should have 2 different politicians representing these places. Or I guess I would draw it just so that like you could put this community of largely immigrant families and lower income, which is like this part, basically, put that in one thing. Like, you could go this way with it. You could put Monterey Park. That's where my mom's from, actually. You could like put this over here. Like, this would all be more represented fairly. And then I would include like Silver Lake Echo Park, Glassell Park, even. Like, you could even put Pasadena and West Hollywood and like go further midtown this way. And you could include all of downtown. And that would feel a little more fair and logical. Because right now we're looking at Sarah, and she's like talking about like how underfunded the green spaces are in East LA, which is a valid point. But it's like, I have my own interests. I have my own interests in Echo Park. Why do I want my interests being taken away from the other side of my district. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little frustrating. All right, what does she say about homelessness? She lived for decades, steps away from Skid Row. We're facing a dual crisis. A housing market, no, that's not part of homelessness. And a fentanyl and opioid epidemic, yes, that's happening. Where's mental health? Transitional housing is not going to do it. Okay, here's mental health, good. Okay, so she's not crazy. She's not full Democratic agenda here. California has spent billions on homelessness in the past 5 years, and the problem has only gotten worse. I mean, she's admitting it. So she's not that bad, you know. She's like a little, like, this is a lot of stuff. Like, she wants to do all, like, this is a lot to do. Like, I feel like on one hand it's impressive that politicians can be so ambitious, but you have 4 years. You have to get in there. You have to meet a lot of people. If you picked one of these things, like if she just went for this personal gun violence thing to get like ghost guns off the street, that would take all of her time for at least 2 years to do that. Like, you would have to meet all the right people. And this is what politics is, right? Within the government, you have to get people on your side. You have to learn the information. You have to learn who the gatekeepers are, who the power brokers are, the players. You have to figure out all that stuff. You want to like care about, you know, the Hollywood industry and childcare for all and immigrant communities and this is what I mean. Like, this is so ideologically weighted down by these like, oh, and I care about this, and I care about this, and I care about this. Like, I don't trust you to do anything if that's how you approach it. Like that other guy that I liked, who I like could relate to, who was like, why do we have so much trash? Can't we do something about all this trash? Like, literally just go in and do that. Like, that will take all your time. So Sarah, like, you're ambitious. That's cool. You look like you could know what you're doing. It's a cool looking nice loving family. That's nice. But like, at the end of the day, you're biting off more than you can chew, and I feel like you're just doing it to look good and maybe advance your political career and just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little, okay, it's California State Senate. I thought we were looking at a national thing. So my mistake with what I said earlier. But nonetheless, yeah. I'm only halfway done with this. Like, voting is so fucking hard. Like, look at all this stuff. Like, you know, who's actually has a chance of winning here? I guess I should ask that. Race for state senator 26th. Oh yeah, I just had to scroll down a little bit. Okay, so Sarah is leading. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. She's running attack ads against Wendy Carrillo, I guess. Damn, Sang. Oh, Republican. Doesn't look like he has a chance. Who's Juan Camacho? That'll be the last one I look up. Who picks these colors? It's all about the donations. Like, why don't you tell us a little bit first? I like how he says priorities. That's a phrase. That's a good phrase or a good word for your platform. Fighting Trump, number 1. As a proud immigrant. That's really disappointing. California is the 6th biggest economy in the world, as I've heard. And we can easily function with our own laws. We legalized cannabis without the federal government doing so. Like, you can ignore Trump. Why do you have to make this about Trump? You're not on the national stage. You're running for state Congress. What does Trump have to do with anything? I don't need you to go and fight Trump. That's so annoying. Like, is he just saying this the way that like guys on Tinder just say this to like get girls? Like, that's what it sounds like. Like, why are you leading with that? Is he gay? Nonetheless, it's like, is this just virtue signaling? Reproductive freedom. Like, I think this is where I got lost, that I thought we were looking at our U.S. House of Representatives. Like, why the hell is any California state representative talking about reproductive freedom? We have it. It's secure. It's fine. No one is threatening this. No conservative candidate for any position within California is threatening access to abortion in California. And, like, this is too, like, you could just jump straight to that or that. Like, we could do those things in this state. But instead you're fighting Trump and fighting for abortions in California, among Californians. Zero influence from other parts of this country. You're in the state assembly, and this is what you're caring about. That's so annoying to me. I'm glad he's not winning. He's third. Look how much ahead he is than, like, this guy has no support. None. Like, this guy looks like he should be running. He should have a voice in the state senate or whatever. I'm gonna vote for this guy. I don't know. Actually, I think I'm gonna vote for nobody here. I don't know. This is where it's annoying. Like, he's Republican. Now it's like, oh, Keith, you're voting for Republicans. Like, well, yeah, they like make sense to me. Like, we have a deep blue state, far left blue state that's out of control and corrupt. Wouldn't it be nice to mix it up a little bit, to have some like contrarian points of view to balance it out? I like that idea. I like balance. So I'm gonna support this guy, even though it's a lost cause. I don't like feel good about the other ones. The one that's gonna win, like, she's fine, you know. She just, you know, she's a little too politically ambitious and too big of a platform, and she'll win. This woman, and she look, you know, I'm happy for this woman to represent me, I guess. We'll see. I should try and pay attention to what she actually does, but yeah, it looks like she'll be winning, and that's fine. I guess she's rich because I've gotten a lot of her political ads. All right, State Assembly, 52nd District. Okay, so that was Senator, and now it's Assembly. Jessica Kalotza, yeah. She's already up for election after 2 years? Why? Why is she already up for election again after 2 years? I don't understand. Yeah, here's another really... So look at this shape of this place. So, like, this is... Oh, man. This is why I hate gerrymandering. And I'm really annoyed that we passed that proposition last year. I mean, okay, again, here's Echo Park. Here's Silver Lake. This is my neighborhood. This line is... Wow, it's not even Western. It's Vermont. That is so dumb. Like... to not include this little bit is really dumb. Like, you got to take this all the way here. So the fact that this little part of Los Feliz or East Hollywood is cut off is really annoying to me. Like, literally, yeah, Christine's house is here in Los Feliz. So one half of her street is part of this district and the other half is not. That is such a bad boundary. That's really annoying to me. And then you have, like, Boyle Heights here is cut out now. But you have this part, for some reason, of East LA. You have East LA in here. You have no downtown in the district anymore. But now we include Glendale. Why? Like, it's so silly. Like, why not have it be the same? Or, like, I don't understand this, like, who's drawing these different maps and what their goals are. But it's, like, really, like, I never, ever, I don't think I've ever been to the right side of this map. And it's part of my district. But I've gone, like, over here all the time, like, every week. And it's not part of my district. Like, that's so annoying to me. Redistricting. We just voted 14-0 in favor of a new state assembly and Senate district maps and delivered those maps to the Secretary of State. These maps took effect in 22. How does it work? A non-politician commission. Okay. So what's... If it has Democrats and Republicans, it's politicians. What kind of sentence is this? Paragraph, I suppose. 2 sentences. In California, a non-politician commission draws both congressional and state legislative district lines. It established in 2008 by ballot initiative, the commission comprises 14 members, 5 Democrats, 5 Republicans, and 4 belonging to neither party. Okay, so 4 are not political. A panel of state auditors selects the pool of nominees. It's so annoying. All right, anyway, why are we voting for this again after 2 years? We have Jessica Carlozza, who is fine, I guess. And against her is Andrea Lee Anderson. Andrea Lee Anderson. She doesn't have her own. That's fine with me. I'm a libertarian on this kind of topic a bit. Okay, so she's conservative. She might be more conservative than me here. I mean, I'm sure she has lower taxes. Here's her website. She looks like she's from, like, the 80s. Doesn't this feel like, doesn't it give, like, Dallas or something? Balancing the state budget, number 1. Fiscal conservative. That's fine. Taxes high enough to drive businesses to move. Yeah, that's a problem. Crippling regulation. Yes, I agree. Poor education. Yeah. Specific policy to improve the cost of living. Lower taxes. I mean, it's valid. It's a valid argument. It's a totally valid argument. If we want to end homelessness, we must not allow it. She's sensible. She's sensible. I guess I could vote for her. Let's see how annoying Jessica Carlozza comes off. It's, I mean, someone moderate would be nice, you know? All right, what has she did? What has she done? This is tiring, you guys. Getting tired. I'm sure she's gonna win. I'm sure she'll win. I don't have any reason to oppose her, I guess. I mean, she's definitely doing things that I don't necessarily care about, but it's fine. I mean, I would say, like, for instance, with ICE, like, that is representative of our district. Like, she's representing the district, that's for sure. So it's fair enough, you know. That's what it's like for me. It's like, all right, that's how people feel, you know. I'm not that mad about it. I'm just confused why they feel so strongly about it, about something like that. But it's a valid, I mean, she is representing the people. Yeah. Yeah, so she'll win, I'm sure. Can we see a thing? Can we see the Can we see the race? Man. State offices, legislatures, state assembly, districts 52. Where is it? This is what it is to research voting. All right, why can't I see? Whatever. Whatever. So let's see. I've done mayor, city attorney, controller, my district, my state senator, my state assembly person. So I've done 6 and still left. U.S. rep. Okay, and then the props, and then sheriff, and then the county. Sheriff, supervisor, assessor, judge number 2, judge number 14, judge number 39, judge number 60, judge number 64, judge number 65, judge number 66, judge number 81, 87, 16, 116, 131, 115 more offices. 16 more, 17, 18. 18 more offices. Then governor, 19. Okay, that's it. And then the propositions. There's 3 of them plus ER. So 4 propositions. And I'm already tired. Like this is not a good system. It's just not a good system that we have going on right now. Like, in a way, it would be cool if every election like happened more often. Like every season we had an election and it was just like one thing, 1 or 2. That would be so much better. Like right now, to be expected, like all my attention has gone toward mayor and governor, like a normal person, right? Like those are the 2 things that are covered. And now you've just watched me do my due diligence on all these other things. And I've gotten a sense of it, but it's not like I really know. You know what I mean? And I've just scratched the surface. It's like, it's laborious. It's a lot. I'm going to end it there. I'll do one more, maybe not a live stream, but I'll just do a video on my vote and what I did for everything. I'm pretty tired now. But yeah, it's pretty exhausting. Let's just look for one final thing. Let's look at how the polls are doing. Fucking bullshit. All right, I'm voting for Hilton. That's what I'm gonna do. Tom Steyer sucks. I'm not voting for him.
In November, but another major poll released just one day earlier showed the opposite. The conflicting results showing just how tight the race for a spot in November's runoff has become. The race for California governor may be getting clearer at the top, but the battle for second is getting even tighter. A new Emerson College poll out Saturday shows Javier Becerra leading the field with 28%. Tom Steyer is next at 22, Steve Hilton just behind at 21. But Friday's Berkeley IGS poll showed a different order. Becerra still led, but Hilton held second at 21% ahead of Steyer's 19. One thing is clear, the three candidates have separated themselves from the rest of the field.
We really do see this as a three-way race with margins of error on this. You could say, it's just as likely that Steyer or Hilton make that second spot, just only looking at the polling.
More than 3.3 million Californians have already returned ballots, but roughly 20 million are still outstanding. That's important because the race itself has changed dramatically in recent months. Earlier ballots, but roughly 20 million are still outstanding. That's important because the race itself has changed dramatically in recent months. Earlier this year, Democrats were spread across a crowded field, raising concerns that two Republicans could advance to November. Now, several Democratic candidates dropped out, and Hilton consolidated Republican support following President Trump's endorsement.
Both of those things in tandem change the math here.
Political data analyst Paul Mitchell.
Oh, that's annoying. I was really favoring the other Republican, Chad Bianco, and another Democrat, Matt Mahan. And those are the ones that are not advancing. And, watching the governor debate, Becerra and Tom Steyer are so lame and not leadership material, in my opinion. And Hilton is fine. He's British. I'm slightly against that aspect as representing California, but it's okay. Bianco was more impressive. I don't know why. They said why he got Trump's endorsement, but that's worse, isn't it? Why would we want to vote for Trump's endorsement? I don't get that. Whatever. All right, guys. I'm going to end this now. I'll talk to you later.